Now to a developing story and very specific information from the FDA about who should and should not get a coronavirus vaccine booster shot. The FDA rejected a broad plan from Pfizer for the third dose of the vaccine.
But extra shots are approved for those who are 65 and up or run a high risk of severe disease. CBS 4's Natalie Brand is live tonight in Washington, D.C. with more on what led to today's decision. Natalie.
Hi, Carly and Lauren. We saw two separate votes by this FDA advisory panel, and they unanimously voted in favor of recommending a Pfizer booster for that smaller population, older Americans and those most vulnerable. But they didn't feel comfortable in making a broader recommendation for everyone 16 and up because they didn't feel like they had enough data across all age groups at this time.
Voted no. Dr. Wharton voted no. Dr. Fuller voted no.
An FDA panel voted not to recommend Pfizer booster shots for people 16 and older based on the data they have currently.
I'd like to see more data before I would recommend it for a younger age group.
Supporters of boosters point to data from Israel, which showed severe cases sharply decreased in the 60 and over age group following the third dose.
If we had not started booster doses at the end of July, we would have come to the capacity of Israel hospitalization capabilities.
But some scientists question Israel's data. There's also disagreement on whether the general population needs boosters or whether it's more important to concentrate on the unvaccinated before giving third shots.
Before the FDA advisory meeting, the Biden administration had already begun preparations to roll out booster shots as early as next week.
Supply is in good shape for all Americans to get boosters as recommended.
Just this week, a group of scientists, including two outgoing FDA regulators, wrote an article published in The Lancet stating although the benefits of primary COVID-19 vaccination clearly outweigh the risks, widespread boosting should be undertaken only if there is clear evidence that it is appropriate.
It is not known whether there will be an increased risk of myocarditis, pericarditis, or other adverse reactions.
As the pandemic rages on, a new exhibit opened on the National Mall of more than 600,000 white flags representing those in the U.S. who have died from COVID-19.
So again, to recap this late afternoon decision by this FDA advisory panel over the last hour, they made a two-part recommendation: no on the general population regarding booster shots, but yes to older Americans 65 and up and those at highest risk. So what happens next? Well, the FDA must make its official decision, and then a CDC advisory panel still has to weigh in on what it thinks the next steps for booster shots should be, and that panel is scheduled to meet next week. I'll send it back to you.